Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, hello. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do a lot of these different types of readings. Today we are going to be doing a general all signs by quadruplicity. It'll be sort of an exploratory guidance, information from the divine on your soul journey. So it's going to be a mix of things. It could be something having to do with your ancestral connection that might mean something for your journey in this lifetime. It could be just a confirmation on something you've learned and maybe a little extra. We're going to pull from the past life oracle, my locations deck that I made, Lenormand, Kipper, and then get some guidance from the ancestor spirit oracle. And we're going to start with the fixed signs and then do mutable and then cardinal. And I'm going to try and get all of the signs in this one video, but if for some reason it cuts off, we'll go ahead and do another video, okay? So I'll go ahead and clear the energy with the bowl. Avert your ears. All right, let's get started. All right, fixed signs for Sun, Star, North Node, Mars, and Venus placements, okay? For Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, and I will timestamp these, okay? So we'll start with Taurus. And then we'll go ahead. All right, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Taurus placements? The collective at this time for whom it'll resonate for whenever the time is divine. Please, thank you so much. Let's get our past life identifier on board here. All right, and it fell on the floor. All right. Food and hunger. So this could be related to some kind of starvation, just food and hunger. It could be some past life connection. It could be related to food in some way, shape, or form, or the lack thereof. Whatever the connection may be. Let's get a location identifier. This is a particularly interesting read. Let's go tell Madhu. We'll see what comes out, right? Let's see how it helps you this time. All right. We're not going to read the minor arcana, but you have West as an identifier. So maybe something from the West, Western culture, Western society, Western region. All right, let's go. An identifier from the Lenormand, Bluebird. Lenormand is what I'm using. All right. I'm not reading the minor arcana with it. It'll just be the card itself. And please split for Taurus and those placements. Come on now. There we go. Thank you. All right, so we have number 5, tree. So this looks like it's about health as well, and food and hunger would definitely incorporate with that, right? So it says, one tree from earth is best to see. It springs from birth, good health for thee. And if the tree should reappear close to you, your goal is near. So perhaps whatever relationship to your journey might have something to do with nutrition, might have something to do with helping others be healthy in terms of food, right? Food oriented. All right, let's get a couple cards from the Kipper. We will read from the book a little bit as well. I have a double Kipper deck from the Sidereal, just because it's nice to have extra people. All right, and I've identified the couples by masculine and feminine energy, just so I can kind of tell if it's a male in their feminine energy or not. There's one, there's two. All right, so the cards that came out are False person, number 8. So that could be lying, cheating, stealing, being inauthentic. Number 8 is also an abundance number. This could indicate that maybe there had been some trickery in a society. And you do have the community card here. Number 39 breaks down to a 12, which also breaks down to a 3. That may be significant to you in some form or fashion. So perhaps there had been some sort of person in a community that had been deceitful regarding nutrition of some sort for a collective group, right? And perhaps part of your soul journey is to rectify that, right? Or it could very well be that in a past life, you were that false person, and now part of your journey of this lifetime is to do the polar opposite, right? Because every lifetime our souls want us to do new things, right? And perhaps learn old karmic lessons that we hadn't learned in a past life, right? So we'll see. You'd have to look more into that. So we'll go ahead and pull from the Ancestor Oracle. I'm trying to make this quick. It's supposed to be just a little bit something, something. I'll take advantage of my alone time to record right now. I don't know how much time I have. All right. One, please, from the Ancestor Oracle. Those two kippers were pretty self-explanatory. I know that by heart. All right. So you have be thankful, gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. And I'm going to go ahead and read the whole thing for you. There may be something in there that'll trigger some kind of soul knowledge of sorts. The Zulu... Oh, hold on. Wrong one. There we go. Next page. The Balinese philosophy of life is called Tri Hita Karana. Tri means 3, Hita means happy, and Karana means way. And together they describe 3 ways to be happy or 3 causes of well-being. The first cause, Paryangan, refers to the harmonious relationship between humans and their gods. Paryangan also links with 3 good behaviors. Tri Kaya Purushda, which teaches people to think good, speak good, and apply good manners. The second cause, Pawangan, refers to harmonious relationships between people. This teaching is about being respectful of others and maintaining good relationships. The third cause, Palamahan, refers to the harmonious relationship between people and the environment. To maintain harmony in all 3 areas of the Tri Hita Karana, the Balinese people express gratitude in their daily activities through prayer and offerings to their deities. To live in harmony with other people, the Balinese share food and make offerings to their neighbors, showing their gratitude to foster peaceful relationships. To maintain environmental harmony and balance, they give thanks to the plants and nature around them. They also try to keep a balance in their environment. So perhaps whoever this false person was probably somebody who upset that balance, right? Especially with regards to sharing food and making offerings to their neighbors, right? You got the community card and false person here. The ancestors speak. In this busy world, it can be hard to remember to appreciate the positives. This card is a reminder of how important it is to appreciate your loved ones, both past and present. Even though there are difficult times, try to be grateful for the lessons the challenges have taught you. Wisdom can come from hardship. The tough times have made you the resourceful and resilient person you are today. The divination meaning of the card: appreciate the food, shelter, clothing, water, and clean air you have access to every day. Connect with your family, friends, and loved ones. Love them for who they are. Do something you enjoy and be grateful for the pleasure it brings into your life. Also remember to say thank you to the universe and your spirit guides for all their help, because they're always with you, right? Even right now, as you're listening to this, look to your right. They're probably right there. Right, there you go, Taurus. All right, now for the sign of Leo. Let's get you a past life oracle. Spirit, what guidance do you have for our Leo, Sun, Star, North Node, Mars, Venus placements? For whomever this will resonate for, whenever the time is used divine, please and thank you so much. One, please. Thank you. Oop, you got 2. Nice. Just really wanted to come out. Okay, so you have persecution and inquisition, and you also have phobias. I don't know. We're going to put this where you can see it. Okay, I'm just going to have to do that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm glad that works. We'll get a location identifier too. So maybe there's a fear of persecution or inquisition, either in the past or currently. Maybe there's some residual of that. It could be. Or could be related to it. Whatever lesson, test, purpose, something along those lines. And you have your location identifier of earthquakes and volcanic. So perhaps a location where earthquakes or volcanic activity are prevalent. Kind of reminds me of what just happened in Taiwan yesterday. I hope those folks are well. I know they deal with that a lot. All right, let's draw a card from Lenormand. An identifier. No minor arcana. One, please, Spirit. Thank you. Nice, thank you. All right, you have number 20, garden. The garden entreat to a party you'll go. New friends will arrive and romance may flow. Life's to be enjoyed with nature all around. In this verdant setting, beauty and peace abound. So we'll have something to do with the great outdoors and a communal gathering, okay? Let's get a little bit more on this. And it doesn't necessarily have to be for something positive, but it could end up being positive, right? Whatever this resonates for you, okay? Whatever lesson, piece of knowledge, soul knowledge this may resonate. All right, one more, please. Thank you. All right. And this has something to do with an older woman who is in her, hold on, masculine energy. You got the gold there. Gold may be significant. Number 6 and number 30, which breaks down to a 3, judication. I'll go ahead and read the judication card for you. Mature woman basically just means an older generation, someone that may be well-traveled, well-educated, sort of a grandmother, matriarch type, right? Okay. Could be a godmother, right? Could be a mother, a great-grandmother, somewhere, something along those lines. Usually positive. All right, judication. This is a neutral to somewhat challenging card. We see the magistrate on his bench, the anxious couple before him awaiting his decision. He will make a decision on your matter. It could be in your favor, but it could also be against you. And it could very well be the magistrate is this mature woman too, so keep that in mind. Literally, this card stands for minor government officials, bureaucrats, clerks, school boards, zoning boards, and other types of boards or professional advisors. His decision could result in a fine or fee, a permit issue or denied, the need to file, serve, or be served documents, or it could be the finalization of a small family matter. He'll explain the process, from which comes a sense of also process server, therapist, arbitrator, or negotiator. This usually represents someone you go to for the resolution of a disagreement or problem. Okay. All public matters, all kinds of advisors, advocates as well, tax advisors, doctors, more professional, right? When this card appears, discussions or negotiations are necessary, and perhaps something will happen at whatever, or had happened, past life, current life, whatever, regarding this outdoor setting. And it could very well be an outdoor wedding, but I would have imagined that the marriage card popped up if that were the case. Adjudication describes clarifying discussions or debates. In professional terms, all participants in an advisory role are represented. Let's see if there's... Its meaning does suggest that the matter will finally be resolved, but it doesn't indicate whether the outcome will be necessarily in one's favor or not. All right, that seems about it. So perhaps you were this person too. You could have been that in a past life as well. I'm definitely getting the feeling that this may have something to do with just a worry surrounding things, right? You're worried about being persecuted, whatever the situation is. And perhaps this is a residual from a past life, because this is part of your soul journey. Maybe this is something, a lesson you had to learn, right? Or had learned. Maybe it already happened, right? All right, let's get one from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. See what it says. Your guidance. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Ooh, this might have something to do with children. Family court, maybe. Family decisions, right? Focus on children. Pregnancy, birth, adoption. All right. I'm going to read the whole thing for you in case anything will ping. A blend of cultures, religions, and histories have merged to make Jamaica a country known for its magic, spirituality, and music. The distinct spirituality that emerged in Jamaica was a response to the harsh reality of slavery and displacement that could be your persecution and inquisition and subsequent phobias. Okay? Religion in Jamaica can combine African and Christian elements, have no separation between the divine and the earthly, and speak out against oppression. Perhaps that's also your adjudication as well. Okay? Above all, the importance of family shines through. Children are often cared for by the extended family, and there are many traditions around pregnancy and birth. Spiritual traditions have evolved to help the people of Jamaica reclaim their ancestral connections while growing a proud and unified cultural identity. Babies, pregnancy, and children are being highlighted for you when this card appears. You may have been considering conceiving, fostering, or adopting a child. This card is giving you a heads up to let you know that there is a child who wants to come to you and your family. This child does not have to be your biological child. It could be a niece, nephew, adopted child, stepchild, or foster child. If you are already having children or grandchildren, this card is a reminder for you to connect with them and spend more time with your family. Children are a blessing. And also the mature woman tells you about the great grandparent as well. So it could be a grandchild, and it could be just someone that you're energetically connected to. Okay? And maybe by you observing the situation, you might learn something from it, right? They really do heal people and bring family members together in a positive way. Look at the children in your life and be thankful for the amazing gift they are to you. See, that tells me too that's confirmation of that. This might be a visual learning lesson that might have something to do with your soul journey, okay? If it's not attached to you, like you're not the one having the kids in your life. If you have children who have passed away, this card confirms that they are safe, happy, and still around you. They love you very much. And it could very well be this lesson might have something to do with some sort of phobia surrounding it as well, and maybe getting over that fear, right? All right, there you go. Okay, up next is Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we got for you today. Spirit, what guidance do you have for Scorpios in these placements for the general collective at this time, for whom it'll resonate with, and if the time is divine, please and thank you. And please. Thank you. And you have lessons and blessings. I'm just going to pull it down for right now. All right, so this may be a past life lesson and or blessing, right? Like maybe it's good karma carrying over from a past life. That could be. All right, let's get a location identifier, please, just for some frame of reference. I'm going to take the top one. I'm not doing a book. I don't have space for a book. All right. Something having to do with the south. So could be southern hemisphere. Could be just somewhere south of someplace that's significant. All right. Whatever comes to mind during this reading. Now one from Bluebird, please, as an identifier. Thank you. And we have child. Number 13 breaks down to a 4. Hopefully you can read that. All right. When a sweet child smiles your way, innocence brings joy to fill your day. Friends are many, enemies are few. Embrace a fresh start in all you do. So really it talks about new beginnings as well, not just literal children. It's just about maybe tapping into the inner child too. I also get that from this card as well. All right, Spirit, let's get a couple from our double keeper here. And if we need to, we'll read the book for any more identifiers. Please and thank you. Ooh, nice. I love it when they both pop up. Okay. So you have number 32. Perhaps that's the state that was past, right? Breaks down to a 5. Fives are change. You have despair. So this could be related to job loss. It could be related to just general depression, a loss of something, whatever it may be. It is carrying over. Could be a blessing. This could have been something that you had lost in a past life, and now you're getting some sort of good karma for it. You also have number 36, breaks down to a 9, distant horizon. This talks about something that's hopeful. It's about your dreams. Maybe something will pop up in your dream state. And that anchor there is actually disconnected. So whatever anchor it was that was despairing has been disconnected, right? So that definitely tells me that it's something having to do with a lesson leading to a blessing, right? And a new beginning. That child could be something inner child related in this lifetime or something from a past life, right? And I will go ahead and read from both these cards, okay? Because I know there's more to it. That's what I'm getting. There is hope. I'm going to start with despair. This is a challenging card. Literally grieving or weeping could also be severe stress leading to emotional exhaustion, serious concussions, fevers, and migraines. It's also commonly used for jealousy. Okay, it's not with that card yet. This is not a very promising card unless surrounding cards mitigate it. The distance horizon card does do that. Either describes a relationship that is characterized by trouble, or you suffer from a heavy workload or fear of job loss. This card always warns not to expect too much of ourselves and others. Despair brings grief, adversity, and obstacles. This is a card of brooding and worrying, frustration, headaches, fever, jealousy, or anger, but things will work out if positive cards are close. Number 36, distant horizons. This is an enabling and usually positive card. Here, a beautiful dreamlike ship with gossamer rainbow sails lift anchor to fly you to the wide shores of your wildest hopes. However, it does look like that anchor is disconnected from here. So I guess it's based on perspective, right? All right. Literally, this card represents yearnings, dreams, hopes, wishes. You're sailing to a new shore, and the child does indicate that with that new beginning. Literally, the card is the sea, lakes, bodies of water, continents, faraway places, foreign people, and greater distances than the pathway. Perhaps somewhere in the south. Okay. It also suggests opening your mind, developing new views, becoming more spiritual or philosophical. Traditionally, its position is important. Let's see, it's next to a negative card. It suggests a mere fantasy. So maybe the despair is just a fantasy, right? It's just all in the mind. And maybe it's something that's carried over, some sort of illusion that needs to be broken and thus learned from, right? So this could have been something from the past, okay? Let's see here. All right, the timing is usually summer. That might be helpful to you. There's a silver lining on the horizon. Distant Horizons also announces the discovery of spirituality and new adventures. All right, so let's pull from the Ancestor Oracle and see what further guidance we can get together. For Scorpio, please. All right, we have whole self-help, natural therapies, balance, Ayurveda. All right. I'm going to go ahead and read the whole thing for you in case something pings. In Vedic tradition, Soma was a sacred drink that was stolen from the gods and gifted to the humans by Agni, the fire god. Soma was prepared in sacred ritual and consumed by the Vedic priests for stimulation and to give them spiritual inspiration, wisdom, and courage. Drinking soma blessed gods and goddesses with immortality, and consumption by humans was said to have the same effect. Soma had a key place of ritual, as attested by the many references to it in the Rig Veda, the oldest of the Vedic texts. It is associated with the god of sacrifice who shares the name Soma. However, Soma wasn't the only natural medicine of its time. Ayurvedic medicine, developed on the Indian subcontinent during the Vedic period, was used to balance people's bodies, minds, and spirits. Like all the Vedas, it is believed that the sacred Ayurveda texts were given directly to the holy priests from the gods. The texts were passed on for generations as part of a rich oral tradition before they were written down in around 500 BCE. Ayurvedic therapies use complex herbal compounds, minerals, and metal substances. Ayurveda looks at the whole person and treats an individual by connecting them to the elements of life, food, and body. Have a look at your whole self. Have you felt sluggish or out of balance? Have you been craving a certain type of food and drink? Be conscious of everything you're putting into your body, including food, idea, images, and breath. You are what you consume. Be more aware of what you choose to put in your body. Make choices for your wellness. And the despair card does kind of indicate that, okay? Focus on refining your diet. You may need to add, avoid, or moderate a food or food group. Each person's body reacts to food and drinks in its own way. Only you can determine what is the best diet for you. And you can only do this by paying attention to your whole self. Tiredness, headaches, pains, stomach issues, or something else you have accepted as normal can be improved or alleviated by a change of diet. This card is prompting you to take charge of your health by making a change and creating wellness. There you go, Scorpio. All right, Aquarius. Just because I'm running out of time, I did pre-pull for you while I paused. And what we have is we have the Knighthood card from the Past Life Oracle. I'm getting some serious warrior vibes already just in the first couple cards. Your location identifier is jungle. So this could be some sort of jungle-oriented location with regards to some sort of warrior or just something along those lines. It could be any kind of tribal thing, right? You also have the number 10 Scythe card from Lenormand. The Scythe cuts bare, danger stalks too, of strangers beware, they can harm you. If nearby cards hold favorable view, with swift action you'll overcome too. And this just tells me that maybe this could have been a past life confirmation for you. Maybe this is something from your past life that you just need confirmation on. The next two cards we have from the Kipper are number 29, Imprisonment, which breaks down to an 11, and number 7, Message. So maybe you've been communicated this, and maybe there's some sort of form of torture or some kind of held hostage, maybe, situation of some sort or another. These two cards are pretty self-explanatory. Imprisonment can also refer to mental imprisonment as well. So maybe it's just some kind of message. I did have a past life memory, actually, that's similar to this as well. And the communication did come through a 4D higher self dream, right? And it was of some kind of strangers harming a situation. Didn't have anything to do with the jungle, but it was definitely more so to do with some sort of, it was definitely telling me about a soulmate connection from that past life. And apparently we lived a very, very short life. So it could be something like this, you know, where it just kind of tells you the end of that situation and what happened in that life. And for some reason you needed to know that, you know, maybe for timing purposes of lifetimes back to back, or, you know, in terms of some other aspect of your journey, right? So it's more just kind of a confirmation. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. Because it does feel more old school, more back in the day, quote unquote, past life oriented. But it could very well be too that, you know, there is a situation upcoming, could be something in this lifetime as well. Maybe the message is seeing a news article and it prompts you to learn about a culture, you know, something along those lines. But the numbers 10, 11, and 7 may be significant. The card you got from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle is Have Courage, Strength, Fearlessness, Warrior. So maybe it is a lesson in that. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and read the whole thing for you in case something pings, okay? The Maasai people of Kenya and Tanzania have stayed true to tradition despite losing much of their land to European settlement. They build kraals, the Maasai homes that provide security and protect the people and animals in the tribe from trespassers and predators like lions. From a young age, Maasai boys are trained to become warriors by their fathers and elders in the tribe. The boys must go through various rituals and ceremonies to prove their strength. Traditionally, a young Maasai male had to hunt and kill a male lion on his own to show the tribe he had the courage and strength to be a true Maasai warrior. This dangerous tradition could result in injury or death. Lions were only ever hunted for this initiation, or if they posed a threat to the Maasai people or their animals. Maasai life centers on their cattle, the primary source of their food and the measure of their wealth. They bravely face challenges to protect their animals, the family, and their culture. The ancestors say, "You are stronger than you think. Persevere and do not give in to fear. You have the full support of the universe. You are not alone. Believe in yourself and your strength. You can weather this storm. Even though you can't see it yet, there's a wonderful rainbow waiting for you on the other side of this trying situation." So perhaps there was a trying situation, and what you're learning about it now is some divine guidance that becomes a rainbow, right? Okay. And perhaps that lets you know also, could be just giving you a heads up on your karmic balance, so to speak, from lifetime to lifetime, right? Right now, the most important thing you can do is trust yourself and the universe. Dig deep within your soul, keep focused on what is needed to move through or fix a challenge, then step forward with positive intent. You have been through a lot in your life, and this obstacle won't stop you now. Stand firm. Draw strength from all that is important to you and be warrior-like. Know that you can do this. Okay, so I'm going to split up all the quadruplicities, okay? Apparently, I can't do them all in one video. All right, there you go, Aquarius. Stay tuned. There's more if you want to go follow the other placements, all right?